What is up, Dino Brethren? It is your boy kidrex, and I am back with another tier list video. So the last tier list I did was of Kingdom Hearts games, and it did pretty decently, you know. So I decided to do another one, and today I will be doing a tier list of Dragonball Villains. Okay, so you know what that means, right? For the love of God! Damn! Yes, sir. Dragonball Villains. So, if you didn't know already, Dragon Ball is my favorite anime series of all time, and nothing will ever top it, ever. And Dragon Ball has had so many go-to villains, whether they were canon, non-canon, whether they from Z or Super or GT or whatever, right? Dragon Ball has had some goated villains, and today we're going to be ranking them from great to like okay to like trash, right? So hopefully nobody gets offended of where I rank some of these villains, but you know, comment down below, let me know if you disagree with any of them, right? And also, before I get into this tier list, make sure you guys hit the like button, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell just in case you want to get notified of when I upload. Also, check out my newest skit. It is up on the channel now. Please let me know what you think about it and give me, you know, your honest opinion down in the comments of that video. This should be interesting. You know, I used to be able to do like an impersonation of First Form Cell, you know. Let me see if I can still do it. What's wrong, Piccolo? You seem very surprised. That sounded better in my head. I would think that was kind of decent, but you know, I used to be able to do a good impression of First Form Cell. But again, it's been a while. But let's go ahead and get on into this tier list video. Alright, you guys, so this is the Dragon Ball Villains tier list. Before I get into this does not include Dragon Ball GT villains, right? So people like Baby and Super 17 and Omega Shenron, they're not on here, alright? So unfortunately, you know, it is what it is. I didn't make the list, so and I don't have an account on here, so I can't really, I don't know if I can include any more pictures, but yeah, so we're just gonna go with the pictures that we see on here. You see all these villains, some people from Z, or you know, the people from Z and the movies. You'll see some people from Super and even OG Dragonball. I have three categories, right? We got the GOATed category, which means the best of the best Dragon Ball villains. We have the cool / okay, meaning they were alright. They weren't great, but they weren't trash, you know, just average. And then the trash category. And even though I don't think most Dragon Ball villains are trash, there are a few. There are booty butt cheeks, you know. So we're going to go through this list. We're going to go through this list, and you can comment down below and let me know if you agree or not with this list. So first off, we got Android 17 and 18. I'm going to put them in the GOATed category. Now the reason why I'm putting them in the GOATed category is because they were already touted to be two of the strongest people at that time to fight against for the Z fighters. When 18 embarrassed Vegeta like that, sad for you! I knew they was gonna be cold. 18 and 17, they made their mark. 18 embarrassed Vegeta. 17, when he fought with Piccolo, one of the best fights in all of Dragon Ball. These two are cold, and when they fight together, oh yeah, W. Their teamwork Their teamwork is great. Grade A. And if you've seen them in the history of Trunks, you can see how deadly and ruthless that they were. These two are goated Dragon Ball villains. And I love their designs. So, you know. And they ended up being good guys later on. So, yeah, they're goated. I mean, what can I say? You know, 18, 17, they're goated. Next, we got Beerus. Beerus. So I like Beerus, right? And of course, in the Battle of Gods movie, you know, you can see that he's well above a lot of Dragon Ball characters, and he can just destroy a planet with like the tap of his finger, right? But I feel like I wish I could see more of him fighting, like maybe against another god of destruction. I know that happened in like the manga, from what I heard. But I wish in the anime we could actually see him fighting another god or something. I think that would be cool, but you know. So I'm gonna put him in the cool, okay category because I don't think he's trash, but I wish we could see more from him in the anime. That's all I'm saying. You know, that might be the most controversial one so far, but you know, Beerus is okay. Next, we got Broly. I don't think this needs an explanation. Trash. Alright. Next, we got Bojack. This might be another controversial one, but I'm going to put Bojack in the trash category. Now, you're probably thinking, why would I put him in the trash category? I think out of all the Z villains, he was probably the least intimidating and the least interesting to me. I don't know. I mean, the movie was still cold. Don't get me wrong. But I just feel like him himself wasn't that interesting of a character. He does nothing for me. Like, I don't know what it is about him, but it's not doing anything for me. But I'm glad Gohan got his moment though against them, so that was a cold moment. But yeah, he's still kind of a trash villain, at least to me. That might be another controversial take. Yeah, I think him and Broly are trash as far as Z villain, you know. Yeah, Z villains go, you know. Next, we got Majin Buu, and I don't see any other iterations. I think that's just Majin Buu in general. Obviously, Majin Buu is goated. Whether it's Fat Buu, Super Buu, Kid Buu, they're all goated. They were all dangerous as fuck and a problem, but they were all enjoyable to watch. I loved each and every iteration of them. Buu was a menace, especially Kid Buu. And it's funny that his whole thing is that he can turn people into chocolate. That's like a whole gag. And even if he didn't do that, he can still beat your ass. So I just thought that was I just thought Buu is a fun character. You know, Buu is goated. So that means Android 17 and 18 and Buu are goated. Oh, I almost forgot. When Buu beat the hell out of Vegeta. When Buu beat the hell out of Vegeta, that shit was priceless to me. Oh man, that shit was so funny. I'm not gonna say anything else about Vegeta, at least not till I get to him. But hey, oh man, but yeah. Pause. Okay, pause. So while I was editing this video, I realized they had forgot to include Janemba's picture. I don't know how I forgot about that. I don't know how they missed that, but you know, his picture wasn't there. I'm just gonna say it in this clip, you know, where I placed Janemba. I placed Janemba in S tier. I think Janemba's design is cool. I think his powers are cool. This man didn't have a lick of dialogue, yet he was very imposing or whatever. Great movie villain to me for Dragon Ball. You know, it was because of him we got to see the birth of Gogeta for the first time. Probably my favorite fusion. Yeah, so Janemba is S tier for me. All right. As for the GT villains that I said weren't on this list. I might as well just say it. I think Baby is S tier. I think Omega Shenron and Super 17 are okay. There you go. That's where I place all of them. Janemba's S, Baby's S, 17 and Omega Shenron are okay. Let's get back into the video. Sorry about that. So now we're getting on to Z Broly. Even though his backstory was stupid, like it was trash, him as a character, as a villain, is one of the most intimidating and dangerous characters that I've seen in Dragon Ball. And maybe all of anime, if I'm being honest with you. Z Broly was a menace, just like Majin Buu. He was the biggest dude I had ever seen.
Hey yo, what the?
Pause. And he was just murking everybody as soon as they started fighting. Nobody could touch him. The only way to beat this man is with the power of plot. That's the only way you could beat Broly, is with plot. That's all. And I mean, that's all you can do. But yeah, Z Broly, goated. Even though his backstory was trash, he is goated. And then we got Super Broly. Z Broly's big, intimidating, but at least this time around, his backstory was way better than Z Broly's. So he is also goated. So, and I just like his design more now than I did with Z Broly. So, Z Broly, Super Broly, they're both goated. So there's no explanation that needs to be needed. It took a fusion of Goku and Vegeta to beat Super Broly. That's how good Broly is. It took a fusion to stop this man. Both Brolys are menaces. And then we got Super Android 13. So I'm going to say this, right? I think Super Android 13 is okay. I'm going to say he's okay. I think I like regular Android 13 more than I do with Super Android 13. This dude is just, once he transformed into this blue dude, I don't think he even spoke anymore. He was beating their ass, but like, I don't think he even could talk anymore. He was just like a big blue monster dude, android, you know. But I'm gonna put him in the cool, okay category. You know, he did his thing. But for now, he's an okay villain. Cell, you already know, goated. What can I say, bro? He came out of nowhere. He sucked people up.
Pause.
He absorbed Android 17 and 18 just like he said he would. That was his mission. He beat up. I said I wasn't gonna talk about Vegeta no more. But the fact that Vegeta constantly gets embarrassed by all these villains is just so funny to me. Cell is one of the most entertaining villains in Dragon Ball. And his theme song, the Bruce Falconer version, is one of the hardest villain tracks I have ever heard in my life. Even to this day. Cell is goated. And the fact that he knows everybody's moves just adds to how dangerous this is. And he talks a lot of shit. So, that man is goated. Next we got Cooler. I like Cooler. I think that Cooler, to me, Cooler is actually, no pun intended, a cooler version of Frieza, in my opinion. So I think Cooler is goated. If you watch him in that first movie, you can see why this man would be seemingly a better version of Frieza. He doesn't take people lightly as Frieza. He is way stronger than Frieza, or at least at the time he was. And when he like transforms, his transformation is one of the coolest looking transformations. Man, I need water. His transformations is one of the coolest looking transformations in Dragon Ball, right? I want you to look on the screen. I don't know where I'm gonna put it at. I'm gonna put it on the screen. This is his transformation. This shit is cool as hell. I don't care what anybody says. This is one of the coolest transformations Dragon Ball's ever had. Even if it's just a movie, a non-canon movie, by the way. So Cooler is goated in my opinion. You can see so far I have a lot of goated villains. You know, that's just personally me. Next we get to fake Vegeta or jelly Vegeta or whatever you want to call him. Now I could put him in the trash category, but the dub did something that I thought was cool. They got the old Ocean dub Vegeta voice to play him, and I thought that was a cool little touch. This is a filler villain, of course, so he's not that, you know, he's not gonna be goated or anything like that really. But I mean, I got some non-canon villains and goated anyway, so I'm not gonna put him in trash. I'm gonna put him in the okay category because of what they did. You know, the nice little touches here and there that they did with him. But yeah, so the jelly Vegeta or copy Vegeta or whatever you want to call him, I'm gonna put him in the cool okay category. Frieza, automatically goated. That was like the first villain in the anime. That was like the first anime villain in the anime where I was just like, man, Frieza is a damn problem. Like this man has, like, not only did he have multiple transformations, but he was so strong for no reason, and he was racist.
Hello, monkeys.
So that just made him more evil. I was like, well, damn, you going around calling people monkeys and and whatnot, like you just shooting people through their chest and you just blow people up if they make you mad. I mean, this was the villain. This was the villain. And even though now people probably consider him not as good as he used to be, Frieza is iconic for, you know, especially for this series. You can't think of Dragon Ball Villains without thinking about Frieza. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, Frieza is one of the most, if not the most iconic villains in Dragon Ball. Did anybody else have this thing where they thought Frieza was a girl for the longest time? I feel like a lot of us looked at Frieza because of his dub voice and thought this man was a girl. I just thought it was funny. Next we get the Garlic Jr. I thought Garlic Jr. was actually okay. He wasn't the greatest villain in the world, but I liked that first Dead Zone movie with him. He, like, once he started transforming, he was throwing hands. And the fact that he was already, like, he wished for immortality. You know, he was the first villain to do that shit in all of Dragon Ball. Smart thinking. He was able to actually achieve that. I think Garlic Jr. was a decent villain. You know, compared to all these other goated ones, I think he's okay. But he had another appearance, you know, as a filler arc or whatever. But I thought Garlic Jr. was cool, but it is what it is. I don't really have too much to say about Garlic Jr. He's just okay to me. Next we have Goku Black. Now, this might be another controversial one. I don't know. But I'm going to put Goku Black in the goated conversation. Him and Zamasu, if you really look at it, they put in some work. How he was introduced in the anime was cool. He killed Bulma right in front of Trunks. They actually succeeded in eliminating all humans in Dragon Ball. I mean, in Trunks' timeline. So to me, he did his thing. And of course, he had a god complex. So that made him a true villain. So I'm going to put Goku Black in the goated category. That might be controversial because I know some people don't like Super. But I think Goku Black is goated. And the fact that he took Goku's body and made great use of it, unlike Captain Ginyu, that's a W. That is a W. That's all I'm gonna say. And next we got Golden Frieza. So I'm gonna put Golden Frieza in the cool okay category. Obviously, Golden Frieza is not as cool as regular Frieza when he was first introduced, but Golden Frieza can still do damage, and of course he's way more powerful. So I'm gonna put him in the cool okay category. But other than that, nothing else can be really said. I mean, it's Frieza. He's not trash, but when he first appeared, he was goated. Now he's just okay. This guy, I forgot his name. I think it was a hard to pronounce name too. So it's been a while since I've seen the Wrath of the Dragon movie. I think that's where this villain came from. Right now, I'm just gonna say he's in the cool okay category because I don't remember much about this monster, so I can't really say he's trash, but I can't say he's goated. So he's in the cool okay category, you know, along with all these other ones, right? Next, we got Hit. Now, I know Hit didn't really do too much, but to me, Hit is one of the coolest characters in all of Dragon Ball Super to me. Just the fact that he's an assassin that can stop time or skip time or whatever you want to call it. Hit is a cool ass character. I don't know, man. Like when I first saw him, I was like, oh yeah, this dude about to be cold, boy. Then he beat on Vegeta. He beat up on Vegeta. I was like, oh yeah, this dude cold. And then when he fought Jiren in the Tournament of Power, and even though he lost, that was cold how he was holding up against Jiren, you know, by himself. I thought he did pretty well against Jiren, but you know, that's just my opinion. I think he's cold. I think he's goated. Hit, you deserve your flowers. Next we got Jiren. Jiren. All right, so I'm going to put Jiren, and this is going to be a little bit controversial, but I'm going to put Jiren in the cool okay category. The reason why I'm doing that is I feel like because he wasn't like a true villain or anything, I can't necessarily put him in the goated, but I got Hit in the goated one. Jiren's not my favorite character or anything, especially not in Super. But I do think when he's fighting, it's way more interesting than the person himself. If that makes sense, right? Because like whenever he's fighting, I'm instantly like tuning in. But him as a person, as a character, like compared to everybody else, he's like one of the least coolest ones. But he was cool to look at when he was fighting, so I'm putting him in the cool okay category, right? Let's see. So now we got King Piccolo. King Piccolo. Goated. For those of the people that didn't see OG Dragonball, this was Piccolo. The Piccolo we have no doubt was his, you know, father or whatever. King Piccolo was a problem, and he's sending out his little minions to kill people and stuff. And him in his fight with Kid Goku, great fight. And King Piccolo's goated. Now, what can I say? Like, next we got Metal Cooler. Metal Cooler compared to regular Cooler is okay. He was a lot stronger, of course, and there was like multiple clones of him. But to me, regular Cooler was a lot better than Metal Cooler. Then we got Piccolo Junior. Piccolo Junior is just as goated as King Piccolo. As to who was more ruthless, I would probably say King Piccolo was a little bit more ruthless than Piccolo Jr. But Piccolo Jr., aka the Piccolo we have now, he could hold his own still. And that fight that he had with Goku and OG Dragonball, one of the best fights in all of Dragon Ball. If you have not seen that fight, go check it out now. That is one of the best fights in Dragon Ball, hands down. That has to be a fight whenever, that has to be in the conversation of one of the top 3 best fights in all of Dragon Ball. I don't care what you say. Let's see. We ain't got too many now. Now, Pilaf isn't like a serious villain. He's more of a, you know, a comedy villain, a comedic villain. But he did his job. Whenever he was on screen, he was there to make you laugh. I see him and, you know, the other two that's with him as like a Team Rocket type of thing. But they did their job well, man. And so I'm going to put them in a cool, okay category. Pilaf did his thing. His whole purpose was to make you laugh. Nothing to really be taken serious. And I feel like he did his job. Then we got Raditz. Raditz, you are in the cool, okay category as well. Reason why I put him in that because we only saw him for that one little bit of the Saiyan arc, and we never heard from him again. But when he was on screen, he was giving Goku and Piccolo the problem. He was beating their ass, man. So I'm gonna give him cool, okay, but we never heard from him again after that, so he can't go no higher than that. Next, we got the Red Ribbon Army. I'm gonna put them in the trash category. Listen, and the reason why I'm putting them in the trash category, even though they got like, I think in this little picture they got like Mercenary Tao and General Blue in there. Even though they got some cool little henchmen or whatever, the fact that y'all all got bodied by a kid, by one child. Y'all all got bodied by one child. Y'all are trash. Y'all are all trash. A whole army got bodied by one kid. Terrible. Terrible, boy. Now you probably thinking like, wait, didn't Cell get beat by like a young Gohan? Yeah, but Gohan was Super Saiyan 2. Goku won't nowhere near as strong as he was in the Saiyan saga, and especially not now. So we talking about the weakest, one of the weakest forms or iterations of Goku as a kid. So yeah, Red Ribbon Army, trash. Lord Slug, he's in the cool, okay category. When I rewatched that movie, I definitely enjoyed the Lord Slug movie more now than I did before. But he's not a goated villain. We pretty much knew that he was a Namekian, and even though he was a problem once he gained back his youth, I think that was all about. I think that wasn't anything too much else about him that was like crazy or too crazy. It was just the fact that we got to fight another Namekian that was, you know, not named Piccolo. That was cool about him, right? So he's in a cool, okay category. We have 3 left. We got Tien, Turles, and Vegeta. So Tien, I'm not gonna put as goated, but I thought Tien at the time was a great antagonist. He beat Yamcha. I think he beat Master Roshi, or if I can remember correctly. And he beat Goku all in one tournament. So, you know, at the time when he was first introduced, he was talking a lot of shit. He was an asshole. So, and he was giving people work. He could throw hands. So it wasn't him just talking trash. He could throw hands. So he's in the cool, okay category. So shout outs to Tien. I think that's when he was the most cool, at his most coolest. I think that's when he was his most impressive self, right? Like he'll still do things here and there nowadays, but he's in a cool, okay category. Then we get to Turles. Now they gave no backstory as to why he looks like Goku. He just looks like Goku. So people be like, wait, why he look like Goku? Never explained. I think Turles, he was a cool, okay villain. He gave Goku the work when he was on screen, especially when he ate the fruit. We didn't know anything about him. That's the only thing I can say. It's like, I can't put him goated because we didn't know anything else about him except for him wanting to eat the fruit and become stronger. So he's in a cool, okay category to me. And then lastly, we have Vegeta. Now, I'm going to say this now. I am not a Vegeta fan, but he was goated. He was a goated villain. He gave Goku the most problems in the Saiyan arc. That fight went on and on because Vegeta was so relentless and ruthless. He is a goated villain, at least at that point in the story, you know. Not a Vegeta fan, but as a villain, he is goated. That beam struggle that him and Goku had will forever be one of the best anime moments of all time. There's my list. Yeah, I have you can see that I got Android 17, Majin Buu, Z Broly, Super Broly, Cell, Cooler, Frieza, Hit, Goku Black, King Piccolo, Piccolo Junior, and Vegeta are all goated. And you can see all these guys right here I got in the cool okay category. And then the three that are trash to me are Bio Broly, Bojack, and the Red Ribbon Army, or at least the majority of them. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys somewhat enjoyed this tier list. You know, I'll probably do the protagonist next time if I do this again. But let me know down in the comments down below. Do you agree with my list? Or if not, who would you switch around? You know, because I know some of them, like maybe Beerus and Jiren and who else? Maybe Goku Black and Hit might be switched around for y'all, some of y'all. But to me, this looks like a decent list. I mean, like I said, again, most of them I don't think were trash. Just these three, you know, Bio Broly, Bojack, and majority of the Red Ribbon Army. But everybody else was either cool or goated. So let me know. Make sure to hit the like button, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. So peace, my dino brethren.
I should explain to you exactly what it is that I do.
Kirk Knight, what up? Yeah.